Growing up, society taught you to follow the script by choosing a career path and climbing the ladder. But for many people, this promise falls flat. Work suffocates them and life becomes painful. Here, you're trapped in what I call the corporate cage. Fortunately, there's a way out. You can take control of your corporate job and unlock a life of freedom. I call this living uncaged. Hi, this is your host, Matt Doan. I'm a coach, creator, and entrepreneur. Uncaging people is my mission because it's been my exact life journey. This show provides you the stories, principles, and tactics to make it happen. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. Think for a second about something you're trying to do right now in your life. Something really important, a project, an initiative, something for your health, your career, your family. And you're working hard. It means a lot. And you ask yourself, is it working? And you look at it and you don't see the results. And you can get down on yourself. You get frustrated. You get pissed. Well, what we need to do is actually change the question. Away from is it working and over to how is it working? Here's what you need to know. For this big thing you're putting your effort to and you're giving your best, progress is happening. You just need to learn to measure differently. That's the point of this episode today. Now, before we get into looking at progress in a different light, if Uncage Yourself is adding value to your world, and you know that others should be getting a lot of this same value in theirs, please do jump on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave a quick, honest written review. It really helps make sure that we get the word, the message, the momentum in the ears, in the minds of those that really need it today. So thank you very much. All right, let's talk about progress in a new light. So it's natural for us to look for real results in our life. Real meaning tangible things in our world. These in-your-face indicators that X is working. X might be different things. Exercise, job success, social media growth, side business success. These are all things that you're working at, and you want to see indicators that those things, those efforts are actually working out. So maybe you want to see your exercise is leading to a fit body, or your job success is resulting in higher compensation, or your social media growth is resulting in higher followers. Or maybe your side business success comes in the form of revenue. These are all indicators, very tangible ones, that X is working. You follow me? You and I, we both feel this driving need to achieve results now, especially when you flip open the internet and you just get this barrage of stuff hitting your face of all these people succeeding beyond your wildest dreams. And you feel this pressure to do the same, keep pace, keep using every hour, every day in a way that's moving the ball forward so that you can see those same results and flash them online. This is the subconscious pressure that's flowing through your mind. Just know that's what's at play here. Now, logically, you know there's no such thing as an overnight success. You're a smart person. But your ego, which is really hard to tame, your ego craves results now. So again, you look around at all your role models online, and they're seemingly swimming in instant wins. And you know logically that it takes a ton of work for that to happen. But it seems like they're succeeding with big financial gains, promotions, fame, any sort of success in the business realm, or even their health is getting better and they've got a badass body and you're like, I want that body too. It seems like everything they do, everything they touch turns to gold. Hey there, quick break from the show. I'd like you to head on over to uncagedworkshop.com. There you'll find a masterclass I built that I'm really proud of. You'll see how you can end corporate burnout, reclaim 30 to 50% of your time, and learn to be there for loved ones. This is my absolute life's mission, so I'm really proud to share this masterclass with you. Again, head on over to uncagedworkshop.com. All right, back to the show. I remember feeling depressed for months when I couldn't get my coaching business off the ground when I first started. Everyone around me seemed to have their act together, yet I was in the red. I was the one who was struggling, and I was spiraling into this deep despair. Then I came across a picture that changed everything. In late 2020, I saw this image that utterly changed how I thought about progress. It was from Jack Butcher, and it became Twitter famous, and it's called the "This is Pointless" sketch. So if you can imagine a horizontal bar chart, left to right, the first 75% is all flat, a bunch of tick marks. And 75% to the right is there's this little quote which says, "This is pointless," because it feels like you've made no progress. You've just flatlined for 75% of your journey. And then, boom, hockey stick growth, flying upward into the right in an exponential manner. And it's this idea where we say to ourselves, after all this work, all this energy, this is pointless. And then boom, the hockey stick growth happens. You were that close. It's like you've been smacking that piñata for 100 times and nothing seems to be happening. But little do you know, you're just a couple swings away from smashing that thing open and getting the candy. You were progressing the whole time, but you couldn't see it. I call this invisible progress. We gotta have faith in invisible progress. But more than faith, we need to choose new indicators of success. This is how we know we're on the right track. So, how do you measure something you can't see? Well, let's talk about measuring invisible progress. Rather than just measure outputs like revenue, job promotion, followers, compensation, we need to measure and value the inputs even more. We need to measure outputs, yes, but even more so, we need to value the inputs. So let's walk through some example inputs that indicate this invisible progress. First, think about a job promotion. Some indicators of invisible progress, i.e. inputs, look like this. Maybe you're having coffee with influential leaders, an input towards that job promotion, right? Maybe you're creating new intellectual property, or you're taking on a new high visibility project. All little inputs that affect your likelihood of getting that job promotion. Small things that you did, you can't see the tangible output yet, but you have faith that those inputs matter. Take another one, starting a business. Here are some inputs to value. Maybe you've established a marketing funnel online through paid ads, and it's an engine that's now starting to work. It's churning in the background, okay? Maybe you started committing to a daily social media posting schedule, or you started once a week to guest on other people's podcasts. Again, you're not going to get immediate followers, subscribers, revenue, clients like that, but you've created things in the world, created conditions, assets. You've put inputs that are soon going to generate outputs in the form of revenue, clients, and so on. Third idea might be around getting in shape from a physical perspective. So an input could be you choosing to stay in a caloric deficit every single day, or doing intermittent fasting, or working out 4 times per week. Again, you won't see these physical results in your body yet. You won't see that fit body, but you do that over time, the invisible progress is taking place. These inputs are all indicators of invisible progress. Everything you're doing is secretly compounding in the background. The tangible outputs will soon be visible. The key, though, is persistence and endurance. If you ever look up Warren Buffett's net worth, you can see this exact graph that I've described to you from Jack Butcher. For years, and we think about by age, from like the age of 14 when he put his first $5,000 into the stock market, it wasn't until he was nearly 60 where he started to see that hockey stick growth. It was seemingly flatlined when you look at it from a zoomed out perspective. That same thing works in invisible progress in any aspect of your personal life, professionally, whether it's your body, your mind, anything you're trying to accomplish. You have to have faith in this invisible progress. In the book written by Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money, he captures what's at play here. He says, if you want to do better as an investor, the single most powerful thing you can do is increase your time horizon. Time is the most powerful force in investing. Now, time, this idea of persistence over time, applies to any meaningful pursuit, not just money. So you need to stay in the game. Realize that you're making invisible progress. So in summary here, we've just got to have faith in the unseen. To change our reality, we often just need to ask better questions. Right now, you're asking, where are my results? So instead of stressing over these outputs, let's ask a better question. How am I pushing myself to constantly experiment and learn? If so, and you ask that question, those gains will show up soon enough. Your progress is just invisible. Think about Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan practicing relentlessly in the gym at all hours of the day and night. To boil down their success formula, it was like this: measure shots, not baskets. In other words, measure inputs, not outputs. I love what the motivational speaker Ed Mylett says. Our issue is depth perception. We think it's further away than it is. What if that's the great lie of life? What if you're only one day, one decision, one thought away from everything changing and you seeing those external results, those tangible things that you crave? So grasping the idea of invisible progress was an absolute game changer for me. Ever since I started getting one foot in entrepreneurship and eventually my whole self into entrepreneurship, this has been vital for my mindset and seeing how my actions are compounding. And then soon enough, on a relatively solid timeline, those external things, those results do come up, whether it's money, clients, success in other ways. It really does come to life and you've got to have faith. So invisible progress gave me context. It gave me fuel and peace of mind, and it helped me endure the very long pursuit of this thing that's meaningful. Whether it was my relationship with my family, building my business, becoming healthier, managing my time in a better way. This is about invisible progress and doing things because they matter over a long period of time and having faith that it's working out just as it should. So I hope that you're actively pursuing something big right now, something life-altering. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. It might even feel impossible. But keep going. Keep the unrelenting faith in your invisible progress. Now, when we think about invisible progress in our career, sometimes we are banging our heads against the wall. We hate our job, or we want to become an entrepreneur, and it feels like progress isn't happening. Well, that's often because you're just not viewing it the right way. And we need structure, accountability, community to make this kind of thing happen. That's where I specialize. It's really where I help people live this uncaged life, the ability to thrive in any environment, to make sure that their career enables their dream life. That's the whole idea. Now, if you want to get into this and really kickstart this journey, I want to offer something to you. And this is the idea of booking a breakthrough call so that we can get to the bottom of what you're facing right now. That's my gift to you. If you book that call, you can do it over at matthewdoan.com/talk. We'll get together and we'll look at 3 things together. Number 1, your current work situation. What's working, what's not working, and why. Secondly, we'll look at what you'd like instead from your career and life. And thirdly, we'll talk about the exact game plan to get you there. So you can book that call over at matthewdoan.com/talk. My friends, I leave you with this. Have faith in your invisible progress. Look for the indicators of it. Look for those inputs. When you see the smallest of signals that this is working, embrace that, celebrate that. Invisible progress is what is churning in the background, compounding into the external, tangible things you want to see in your world. So have faith with it. All right. We'll chat soon.
Hey, Matt here. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. For show notes and more content like this, head over to uncageyourself.fm. And if you liked what you heard, I'd appreciate you leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Until next time, be well, my friend.